The Team Australia Challenge campaign was confirmed in April 2023 by the organisers of the 37th America's Cup as one of 12 national youth and women's competing nations. The Challenge campaign is underway to deliver 2 national teams to the start line in Barcelona. The qualifying series group races will be staged in identical AC40 foiling yachts during September and October 2024. The women's finals race will be broadcast globally as part of the 37th America's Cup telecast.
She's got a bit of the wind, she's going head to head. She's won the Cup. Australia still has won the America's Cup.
One of the great moments in sporting history.
This is going to be iconic, it's going to be history.
This campaign has the ability to transform women's sailing in Australia.
Amazing performance by the Australians.
It's a really unique opportunity for Australia to finally be able to fly our flag.
We've got the skills, the ambition, the resources and the talent to win for Australia.
And welcome to Spain.
History in Marseille. Aussies had to fight off Japan for a 10-minute winner-takes-all showdown on the final day.
So excited to be able to pioneer this for all Australian sailors. The AC40s are the most extreme boats on the planet.
The impact on the America's Cup was huge.
The new winner for the America's Cup.
We're building more than a campaign here, we're building a legacy.
This dream can really only be realised with the whole country's support.
So come on this journey with us. We really do believe we can win this and we're really excited to share this opportunity with you. Now is the time.
This is your weekly global sailing highlights show, The World on Water, September 1st, 2023. The Palermo-Montecarlo, 437-mile-long course took the fleet from Sicily to Monte Carlo via a gate off Porto Cher-vo. The race was organised by the Circolo della Vela Sicilia and Yacht Club de Monaco in partnership with Yacht Club Costa Smeralda. On the first afternoon, Peter Harburg's 100-foot maxi blackjack powered away, making 11 knots. The Aussie maxi had a good run to the finish, reaching Monte Carlo on Thursday evening at 19 hours 53 minutes and 6 seconds. Given the conditions, her elapsed time of 55 hours 3 minutes 6 seconds was surprisingly close to the race record of 47 hours, 46 minutes, and 48 seconds, which Blackjack managed in 2015, when she was Igor Simies, Estimate Europa 2.
It was a long race. It was very quiet yesterday, last night and this morning, and we were stationary for a long time, but we gradually got a bit of wind this morning and it built, and we came home quite strong. So we started fairly well down in Palermo, good wind, and just that middle patch around the islands there. It's my first Palermo-Montecarlo. This boat has been in it before under a previous name. Yep. Oh, I think crossing the line here. It's always good to finish a race. You work hard for, in this case, 48 hours more, and it's always nice to get across the line. But the boat performed beautifully. The conditions were beautiful for it. We were getting consistently 4 to 6 knots above wind speed when we had wind. When we didn't have wind, we weren't doing anything. No, we never had the wind to do the record. You know, we can sail the boat as well as we can try the hardest we can, but the record is what the wind they send down, you know. But there wasn't enough for this, and it wasn't a good enough direction to break the record. I think this boat holds the record under a different name.
I mean, it's exciting. It's good for us. It's great for the boat, and the race was a little bit. We're a bit disappointed last night that we couldn't keep moving too much, you know. But that's how difficult this race is, and that's what makes it quite special too. Well, the getting out of the start is big because everybody's on the start line, and getting across to Sardinia, we had a great run all the way across there, and just being able to get there at a certain time of day and get through the gate off Porto Cher-vo, and then up through Bomb Alley, and then it sort of slowed down for us. But today was good. We got a nice little bit of breeze off Corsica coast, and then came all the way across here on Port Tack. So, you know, it's always the night time that is the most difficult in this race, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I actually like Palermo, starting in Palermo, because it's in Sicily, and I love Sicily. So, and the other thing is that you get to sail in a lot of the most beautiful parts of the Mediterranean. So, away from Sicily, up through Sardinia, through Bonifacio, and then up the coast of Corsica. It's pretty special.
Due to the threat of big thunderstorms, only one race was sailed day 3 at the 52 Super Series sailing week. Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, bounced back from a disappointing second race when they stole the race 5 winning gun from under the noses of the Whitcraft family's Viu. There was no racing on days 1 and 2 due to the lack of wind.
Welcome to the third day of the Rolex TP52 World Championship, the third regatta of the 52 Super Series 2023 season. And the good news today is we have a good forecast. The fleet are going afloat and we should get racing. And of course, after 3 days waiting, well, Quantum Racing, the world champions, are still waiting to gel their new afterguard, with Terry Hutchinson stepping in on board only this week. Meantime, the other teams are staying relatively cool, calm and collected, particularly Platoon, the double world champions, heading onto the water, having won the Royal Cup last month in Menorca, and of course Pravezza, leaders of the 52 Super Series season so far, the comfortable lead. Race number 1 started in a moderate southerly breeze, 8 to 10 knots. The fleet was very much bunched towards the committee boat end of the line. Gladiator were first to tack off and made their way up the right side of the beat. Platoon second round the top mark, with Allegri in third, Viu in fourth. Down the first run was a little dummy jibe perhaps from Gladiator. Platoon responded, went to the left, and they got through the leeward gate in front, and that was the order through the finish line. Platoon extended ahead of Gladiator, Allegri get third, and Viu finish in fourth. Race 2 breeze is very much similar, about 9 knots from the south off the start line. Well, it's very close at the committee boat end of the line between Quantum Racing and Gladiator, but the action really is in the middle of the course. Sledbeak a nice start, lead up the first beat with Phoenix very close behind. Round the top mark is Sled leading from Phoenix, with Pravezza in third. Sled actually extend over the course of the race. Phoenix have a little problem at the leeward mark, dropping their kite into the water. Let Pravezza through, but they come back through on the second upwind. But through the finish line, it's a win for Sled. Phoenix in second, their best result for a long time this season, and through the line in third is Pravezza. Just a little bit more breeze for the start of race 3. It's a very, very even start, and all the way up the first beat, boats are really bow to bow for several minutes. Towards the top end of the beat, the left comes good. In come Gladiator and Allegri in particular, round the top mark in first. Gladiator first, Allegri second, Viu third, Pravezza round in fourth, and down the run will actually Pravezza stay out to the left side looking downwind and come through the leeward gate with the lead, and that is really how it plays out. Pravezza coming through with the win for race 3, Gladiator through in second, Allegri through in third. Penalties for Platoon drop them down to 9th place, and they lie in 4th place overall.
It's been tough out there, especially of the heat and the competition obviously, but We managed to put a solid day, as you said, and we are pretty happy with how everything's going. The boat is going really fine, both upwind and downwind. The team is doing their job, so we are happy.
It's just hard because, there you're doing the right thing, and even though we didn't start well, the guys had the boat going really well. Harry and Warwick and Daggy and Freddie did an awesome job with our boat speed and our performance, and I just have to do my job better. It's really no more complicated than that.
The standings after 3 races then, Provezza leading on 9 points, second are Gladiator on 11 points, and third Allegri on 12 points. So that's it, a long, hard day on the water here in Barcelona. 3 good races sailed, 3 different race winners. Provezza leading the regatta and extending the lead at the top of these circuit standings.
We are Sailing Only Media. Please subscribe, share, like, and check the alerts bell. As the fleet in La Solitude de Figaro Paprec climbed to the northwest across the channel, their third transit since Sunday lunchtime saw start, there was still only 1/3 of a mile between the top 4 solo skippers. Corentin Horo, Banque Populaire, had benefited from being first to tack west late this afternoon, and took the lead from Guillaume Pirouel, Region Normandie, by a matter of 400 metres or so. But Land's End, and the traffic separation lanes at the Scillies, may shake up the leading peloton.
Le résumé rapide de la nuit dernière, une quinzaine de nœuds de vent, un courant de face qui a occasionné un regroupement de la flotte. La marque de parcours, la jument des Éaux de Bréa, ont roulé vers 1h du matin avec en tête Guillaume Pirouel et Basile Bourdion. Et pour le programme du jour, c'est une 3e et dernière transmanche de cette première étape de la solitaire du Figaro Paprec. Au pointage de 16h45 de ce mardi, Corentin Horo est en tête, suivi de très près par Guillaume Pirouel et Loïs Béréard. À leur trousse, les poursuivants ne lâchent rien, à l'image de Charlotte Yvain et Maëlle Garnier en milieu de flotte.
C'est sous Génac, bâbord à mur vers l'Angleterre. On a 12-14 nœuds de vent, ça avance bien. C'est pas la config la plus agréable à vivre à bord, mais bon, le bateau avance vite, donc c'est le principal.
Le plus qu'on peut pour faire marcher les foils et puis faire marcher le bateau. On est au réglage, j'essaye de me reposer un petit peu de temps en temps quand même. C'est vrai qu'avec Charlotte à moins de 100 mètres, c'est pas évident des fois.
Côté bisu, le Finistérien Victor Le Pape mène pour le moment la danse, mais il le dit lui-même.
On s'est pas beaucoup lâché avec Hugo depuis hier soir, là on est à couteau tiré, donc c'est sympa. Et après on a eu d'autres bisus, on a eu plein de monde, donc c'est vrai que la bagarre est bien lancée, mais c'est vrai qu'avec Hugo on est touche-touche, donc c'est bien. C'est bien, il y a du match, ça fait un match sans match.
Concernant la nuit prochaine, les concurrents vont bientôt devoir faire un choix, passer au nord ou au sud de l'archipel des Scilly pour faire ensuite cap en mer Celtique vers le phare du Fastnet. Il y avait des choix à faire cette nuit au passage des îles Scilly. L'Irlandais Tom Dolan a opté pour la route directe par le nord de l'archipel, suivi de 2 bisus, Benoît Tudury et Julie Simon. Stratégie payante au classement de 16h45, les 3 cavaliers pointent en tête de la flotte. Mais problème, ils se retrouvent piégés dans une zone sans vent, tout comme le Suisse Nils Palmieri, se retrouvant à mi-chemin entre les 2 groupes de Figaro Beneteau 3.
Ouais, c'est un petit peu étonnant. Je me demande où ils sont passés, les autres. J'ai l'impression qu'ils ont dû faire un petit peu plus d'ouest que moi. D'ailleurs, ça fait une demi-heure, 1 heure que j'ai pas beaucoup de vent. Mais heureusement, on a le courant qui pousse un petit peu pour l'instant. Donc on progresse gentiment vers le Fastnet.
Ceux qui ont choisi l'option sud des Scilly ont certes perdu quelques places au classement, mais leur décalage à l'ouest du plan d'eau pourrait leur permettre de toucher plus rapidement du vent.
On espère toujours que c'est notre camp qui est le meilleur, mais c'est le plan de base et voilà, je m'y suis plutôt tenu. Ça va être instable là, le temps de traverser cette dorsale et puis voilà, après on va avancer avec un front et là on aura du vent plus établi, plus stable, et stressant, ouais, stimulant je dirais.
En cette veille d'arrivée, le jeu reste ouvert, cap sur le célèbre phare du Fastnet que les premiers passeront de nuit, avant de mettre clignotant à droite vers Kinsale, destination finale de cette première étape de la solitaire du Figaro-Paprec. Les équipes à terre sont désormais prêtes à accueillir demain les premiers skippers à Kinsale, une arrivée que vous pourrez suivre en direct sur les réseaux de la course.
The leaders of the 2023 52 Super Series circuit, Ergen Imres Preveza, carry a slender 3 points lead into the final day of the Rolex TP 52 World Championship, Saturday. After two back-to-back wins between the last race yesterday and first race today, Preveza took a fourth and fifth while the double world champions, Han Muller-Sprier's platoon really applied the pressure with a very solid 2-2-3 today. Now there is the prospect of a thrilling finale, potentially over 2 races in what looks to be a very mixed-up, unpredictable weather scenario.
Welcome to day 4 of the Rolex TV52 World Championship Barcelona 2023. It's the penultimate day of racing. We're expecting 3 races, breezes up to 15 knots. We hope Preveza have a little bit of a lead, but a good day of racing in prospect. Well, race 4, light breeze. We're starting earlier than the first day of racing. The breeze is about 8 knots. A very flat water. A good start from Preveza, Sled and Platoon all starting well. At the top mark, well, it's Preveza and Sled overlap. Preveza just getting ahead and leading down the first run. They extend out, but through the leeward gate, then Sled and Platoon are close. Top mark, second time up. Preveza with a big lead. Platoon in second, just ahead of Sled. And that's the order through the finish line. A second win in a row for Preveza, who move well clear at the top of the table for the regatta. Platoon in second and Sled through in third. Race number 5 breezes very much as the previous race. Off the start line will Phoenix come from the pin end of the line, go up the left side of the beat and come across to lead the fleet round the top mark. Platoon from the right coming round in second. That's very much the order through the race until the final run when Allegri come down to get third place. So Phoenix come through the finish line to get their second win of the season, their first of this regatta, and a big win for them. Nice and comfortable, big distance ahead. Platoon in second, their second place of the day, and Allegri still third on the final run. A little bit more wind pressure for the third race of the day, race 6 of the series, probably 12 knots at times during the race. Off the start line, we're quite an even start in the sense that Quantum get away nicely on the left off the pin end of the line. Gladiator on the right. Gladiator have the early advantage, very close with Platoon on the upwind. Round the top mark is Gladiator leading Platoon with Quantum Racing in third. Down the run, Platoon chasing Gladiator, but Gladiator get away more on the second beat. Through the finish line, it's Gladiator winning, Quantum Racing gets second and Platoon in third.
We managed to hang in there and come away with 3 pretty good races for today, and we're still just in the lead. Who would have thought if we were 3 points clear going into the last day at the Worlds, we'd be feeling pretty good. So we all agreed that we were feeling good, and we'll see how we go tomorrow.
After we were shooting ourselves yesterday, it's a better day. Both of the day is good, and hopefully we can do the same in Menorca, last regatta, catching them on the last regatta or race. There's no special strategy. Trying to win every single race, that's the only thing what you can do.
So after 6 races, Preveza leading on 19 points, second Platoon on 22, third Gladiator 26, 27 points for Allegra and 29 for Phoenix in fifth. What an exciting final day in prospect. Preveza leading just by 3 points. Never won the World Championship before. Double World Champions. Platoon in second, breathing down their neck. What a great finale it's going to be. Join us then.
Arca's Aegean Link Regatta was held for the 7th time along the shores of Sesme. The winner of the regatta has been Borison LGN Sigma, followed by Blue Moon in the second place and Anything Dear Construction in the third place. The champion of the Turkish Yacht League that took place for the first time this year, and had Arcas Aegean Link Regatta as its final leg of the races, remained the same.
Σήμερα είμαστε οι Νούσες, θα τρέξουμε την τελευταία κούρσα. Οι Νούσες για Καρδάμιλα. Είναι περίπου 8 μίλια. Το έχουμε ξανατρέξει αυτόν τον αγώνα από την πάνω μεριά της Χίου πηγαίνοντας στη Βολισσό. Είναι λίγο ένα δύσκολο κομμάτι. Πιστεύω θα τα καταφέρουμε.
It's T-9 days until the race start of the Clipper Round the World race, and skippers, AQPs, and race crew have been hard at work during prep week, making the final preparations ahead of the 40,000 nautical mile circumnavigation. From rigging the yachts with fresh lines, to training up the race crew for their roles on board, all the novices and their professional leaders were anxious to see the starting line.
We're doing prep week, so we're just finalising the last little bits on the boat, getting any of the maintenance done that's on the to-do list, making sure the boat's ready to sail around the world, 40,000 miles.
This week is prep week. It's the first prep week as we're 3 weeks away from race start now. Crew members joining us, help getting the boats ready, teaching them a few things along the way.
So we've had people at engineering training, we've done seal repair training, we've done training on the winches, we've also got some UNICEF fundraising training and all different sort of elements of what makes the race go.
All the boats have a nominated engineer and a nominated boatswain on board, so this week is also when they're doing their training with the fleet maintenance team.
So we learned kind of what our actual jobs are, what we need to do, so we had, you had kind of an idea, but now you're actually getting down to the nitty-gritty and actually seeing what you actually have to do.
It's been lots of work to do, and lots of work to go through all the boats, check all the things. So we go through the boats from the top all the way to the bottom. You know, everybody's a little bit nervous, everything's starting to get close now.
Before the start of each edition, all the boats get a replacement of lines, as well as sails, which will be coming next week. So we're busy taking these freshly issued lines down to the boats.
This morning we've been given our full complement of sheets, lines and halyards. Most of them have been pre-cut to length and ordered from Marlow.
Today all of our running rigging is being delivered to all 11 of the clipper boats basically that will go off and sail around the world and give our ropes a pretty hard time. The clipper race is a real world test for our products. The last clipper race we gave them some ropes for trial to go around the world and just test whether the rPET or the recycled fibre that we're now using across the fleet was up to the challenge. As part of both of our sustainability goals, both for Marlow and for Clipper, to show that recycled lines are just as good as virgin lines.
It's incredibly exciting to finally get the new lines that are our lines that we need to look after for the whole way around, put the ownership on it, and it's sort of starting to feel really, really real.
In the bosun's work you also have to take care of the life jacket, life vest and all the tethers and stuff that I look after them. So we had this course yesterday that we went from Spinlock.
We ran through everything from some of the features of the life jacket, the fit of the life jacket, adjusting it. They're wearing them for long periods, so making sure they've really got them fitted nicely. And then actually looking at how to maintain the life jacket, look after it, and ensure that it's ready for action.
So it just helps solidify that the boats are becoming ready and getting geared up for their first race, which is in just under 3 weeks.
For us and for the crew, we've been training all summer, we've been working hard. Now we're at the point of getting the boat ready to go, and I think everything's in place. We're just waiting for that moment to start.
Harm Muller-Spree's German-flagged platoon team clinched the 2023 Rolex TP52 World Championship title with a thrilling comeback in the final minutes of the final race of Barcelona. Outgoing 2022 champions Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, finished second behind Preveza, the team which had led the regatta since the end of the first day of competition.
Well, it's the final day of the Rolex TP52 World Championships here in Barcelona. Going to be a two-boat race potentially with Preveza. Never won the World Championship before. They're 3 points up on the double World Champions. Platoon come here having won the Royal Cup last month. It's everything to play for, but it's a funky forecast. There's lots of clouds around, lots of upsets. Is it going to be a two-boat race, or could it be different? Could there be 3 boats coming in? It's going to be all to play for. So the first race of the day starts in an easterly breeze, round about 9 to 10 knots, quite lumpy conditions. Well, off the start line it's very, very even, probably the most even start. Nice start by Quantum Racing and Phoenix on the left end of the line. Gladiator go out to the right early. The top markets, Phoenix overlapped with Gladiator. It's a very, very tight rounding. Platoon again by that rounding down the first run. Coming into the leeward gate, will Platoon make a fairly safe drop. Gladiator unfortunately dropped their kite in the water. Platoon extend, going round up the top markets. Platoon with a comfortable lead. Preveza back in 6th, and through the finish line it's Platoon taking the World Championship advantage with a win. Preveza in 6th, end up 2 points behind going into the last race. So the big finale, the title showdown, starts in a breeze of 105 degrees, 1.6 nautical mile beat, and it's quite a light breeze, lots of chop. Well, Preveza lead in the early stages. They lead round the top mark with Interlodge in 2nd, Quantum in 3rd, Platoon are down in 5th in the early stage, and Preveza stretch away downwind through the leeward gates. Preveza leading, Interlodge in 2nd, Quantum Racing in 3rd. And at the last top mark, well, Preveza are leading. There's nothing more they can do at this stage. Interlodge and Quantum Racing go out to the left looking for something, perhaps trying to make a big gain down the final run, but actually Platoon stay to the right and all the way down. They're inching down, making small gains, and through the finish line will Preveza win, but Platoon making those gains in the final minutes of the World Championship, and they come through the line in 2nd place to win the 2023 World title.
Winning 3 world titles in this class, this is a monohull racing, you can't have it better. That's a big honor to do this.
I have my father that is pushing a lot from the sky, let's say, and we have muy bien.